Okay, last stop natin nung last lesson. Dito muna tayo sa data types. So, data types. One of the most fundamental characteristics of a programming language is the set of data types it supports. These are the type of values that can be represented and manipulated in programming language. Okay, so JavaScript allows you to work with three primitive data types. So these are numbers, and like 1, 2, 3, yan, yung mga 120.4, basta may numbers, and strings, just like text, and mga text like it consists of letters. Okay, and boolean. Boolean has two values, the true or false. Okay, so yan lang po ang sa boolean na value. Okay, JavaScript also defines two trivial data types, null and undefined. So each of which defines only a single value. In addition to this, primitive data types, JavaScript supports a composite data types known as objects. So, ano tayo, darating din tayo sa object na ganito, object-oriented programming sa JavaScript, okay? And this is just a part 2. Meron pa tong tingnan lang natin kung saan naabot itong lesson ng JavaScript. Okay? So, no, the JavaScript does not make any distinct between integer values and floating point values. All numbers in JavaScript are presented as floating point values. JavaScript represents numbers using a 64-bit floating point format defined by the IEEE 754 standard. Okay. So JavaScript variables. JavaScript variables. Okay, ganito pag andito tayo sa JavaScript is we have to declare some variables for our values, okay? And like many other programming languages, JavaScript has variables. Variables can be thought of as name containers. You can place data in these containers and then refer to the data simply by naming the container, okay? So before you use a variable in a JavaScript program, you must declare it, and variables are declared with the var keyword as well. So itong var keyword means you have to declare a container variable, okay? And meron pang ang bago na pag-declare ng variable is you have to make it let ito, just like this. Okay, so dito tayo sa code natin yung last. So ito po yung code natin. Okay? Sample ng sasampulan sampulan ko kayo kung paano gumawa ng pag-declare ng variable. Okay? So ito po last is nag-declare tayo ng variable like a x equal 10. Okay, that is a number. Okay, and var string str equal, so Pag nag-declare ka ng string, you must put inside the um, tawag nito, um, um, ano ba ito tawag nito? Quotation mark? So, nalimutan ko. So, ito po yung pag nag-declare ka ng string like this is a string. Okay? Var string. So, ito na po yung container natin na variable. Ito na po yung variable. And then, ito po yung um, napasok natin na value dito sa str variable. And then, for the boolean, okay, so try natin itong tatlong data types na to. So for the boolean, so let's you have to make it true or false, just like that. It's your choice. Okay, so paano ba natin ang i-print itong values? Okay, and you just have to make a document that write, and then please practice if you end the line of the code that you are writing, you must put a semicolon in the end para magana talaga na tapos na yung first line of code mo, okay? And that is the best practice if you are working in the back-end coding. Okay, so let's print x, the x variable, and ang value nito is 10. Okay, so this is the function. Kung sino man yung hindi nakasunod sa last na ating tutorial, and you should watch it para maliwanagan kayo sa mga sinasabi ko dito ngayon. Okay? Okay. So, ito pong function nito, ito po yung tatawagin natin. And the inside of function will be our process. Okay? So, itong function hello, nilagay natin dito sa ating input type submit. Okay. And we made a trigger, the on click trigger event, and then tinawag natin yung function natin na named hello. Okay, so let's control S for save and refresh our mygs.html. Refresh. Pag pinindot natin to, okay, this is the result of our x variable. Ito po yung ipiprint ng ating x variable. So let's make a variable line break. Okay. And then also you can make an HTML tag just like this. Okay. So line break. So this is the break for a new line of HTML tag. Okay. So Okay. Tingnan natin to. Documented line break. Okay. And then natin itong str. Okay. And then refresh. 6 submit. Okay, this is our value, the str, and then another line break, and the bool value. Okay, so submit. Okay, this value is true. This is the bool, the boolean value, and this is the string for str variable, and this is the number of a x variable. Okay, so ito sila. Okay, let's make another line. Okay, so dito tayo sa variable. Ay, meron pala akong isa sa ipag para ma-aware kayo kung paano mag-debug ng mga errors. So, for example, so gagawin ko itong y. Okay. Try muna natin ha. Papakita ko sa inyo kung paano mag-debug ng JavaScript. Okay. Ito po yung variable na x, ito po yung variable na str, at ito po yung variable na bool. Okay. Ito po yan sila. Okay. Each of these variables are declared here. Okay. Paano kung hindi natin mag-declare at naligtaan? Dito is wrong na pag-declared na y ang nilagay ko dito na hindi ko na-declare yung variable. Okay. Ang mangyayari diyan, ang mangyayari ay walang mapiprint sa ating page kasi ang error is nasa taas. Nasa taas siya. Okay. Try natin Tapos, sasabihin ko sa inyo kung paano mag-debug ng error sa JavaScript. Kasi hindi ito naglalabas ng error dito sa page natin Okay? Okay. Pag-submit natin, yan, walang lumalabas, hindi gumagana yung ang ating function na hello. Because of this. Why? Example itatama natin yung nating variable na dineclare natin. Okay. Again, ano natin ng x. Okay. So let's refresh. Okay. Pag pinindot natin, gagana pa to. Okay. Gana pa siya. Pero, pag y na hindi siya naka-declared, hindi to kagana tong function na to. Okay. Okay. So let's refresh. Ayan. Click na lang natin. Walang lumalabas na result. Okay. Paano ba to i-debug ang JavaScript code mo? Okay. Dito tayo sa gilid. I am using Google Chrome. Okay. Chrome ang ginagamit ko. Dito siya. Dito tayo sa may tatlong ano dito, may tatlong tuldok dito sa pinakagilid. Okay, so let's um, navigate to more tools, and then developer tools. Sa developer tools tayo. Okay? Okay. Ito na po yung console. Dito, dito natin i-debug yung mga error ng ating JavaScript. Okay? Sa console. Okay. So, meron tayong error dito na pula. Okay? Uncaught reference error y is not defined at hello my.js.html on line 10. Okay? Ito yung error natin. Ito yung event. HTML input element dot on click my.js.html line 23. Okay. So, ang error natin is yung variable na y is undefined daw siya. Ayan. Doon sa function na hello. Okay. Yan po. Okay. Source. Okay. Ayan. Nakita na natin. May X siya dyan. Ayan. So, ganyan ang pag-debug ng ating JavaScript code. Okay. So, let's correct it. Okay. So, let's refresh. Refresh console. Pag-submit natin, okay, um, wala nang error na lumalabas dito. Okay. Okay, so let's go to our discussion. Okay. Scope. Scope na naman tayo. Okay. And dito po sa ano, dito sa may function natin, sa labas is pwede din tayong mag-declare ng variable. Ito pong andito sa ano, dito po sa loob ng function, dito sa loob ng function is what we called a local variable. Meaning, dito lang siya magagamit sa loob ng ating function na hello. Ayan. Pag nag-declare ka dito ng ano, ng variable dito na nasa labas ng function, meaning isa siyang global variable. So, let's print it. Okay. Let's make it global. Var global equals. Pag declare ka ng global, is you can use it anywhere in your JavaScript code. Okay? Pag nag-declare ka ng global. For example, gagawin ko is, this is my global variable. Okay, global variable. Okay, and the string I'm going to make it this is my local variable. Okay, ito po yung local variable, meaning dyan lang siya magagamit sa loob ng ating function na hello. Ayan. Dito lang siya, hanggang dito lang siya. Hindi na siya magagamit sa iba pang code na ilalagay natin dito. Okay? So, ang global, okay, Okay. Let's rename it glow na glow. Okay. Ito na po yung ito po yung isang magiging global variable natin yung glow. Okay. And then let's print it to our page. So it's blue. Okay. So um, let's refresh. Okay. This is my global variables. Ito na po yung ating global variable. Meaning, magagamit siya kahit saan sa code mo. For example, itong global variable na to, this is my global. I-replace ko to um, or okay, try na lang natin yung isa. Pag kung napapansin nyo is na-print agad siya. It is because global siya, hindi siya nakapasok sa function. Okay? Dito, ang function is you have to call it before you get it. Okay? Yan po ang function. Okay. Pag-click mo na nga to, ng ating button, ayan, this is my local variable. Okay? Ito na po yung ating nasa loob ng ating um, um, tawag dito, function. Okay. Ito na po yung nasa loob. Okay. Okay. And meron pa po tayong isang trick ng JavaScript. Ito po yung external JavaScript. Okay. Kasi pag gumagawa ka ng actual site, you need to separate the JavaScript file, the CSS file in your page, because it will be messy kung pagsasama-sama mo dyan yung sa isang page mo yung mga code mo. Yan. So, pag dumami na kasi yung dumami na yung code mo sa JavaScript, you cannot tawag dito, yung pag-debug mo ng mga code mo. For example, may i-change ka pa, may mga changes pa, hindi mo na at ayun, magiging messy yung mga code mo. Okay, so for this meron tayong tinatawag na external JavaScript. So ituturo ko sa inyo. Ito yung external JavaScript. Let's make another file, Control N, and then let's save it, Control S, save. Okay, dito tayo gagawa ng new folder, JS for JavaScript. Okay, pasok tayo sa folder, dito natin i-save. So let's call it my.gs dot gs. Okay. Pag css.css, pag gs.gs yung extension mo. Okay, so let's save it. And let's code here. Kunin natin ito. Kunin natin itong ito lang. Ito yung function na lang. And then, tanggalin natin to. And ilagay natin dito. Okay. Function. Ito po yung function ng ating JavaScript. So, hindi na tayo maglalagay ng ng kagaya nito, ng script tag. It's because it is JavaScript na siya. JavaScript file na siya. Okay? And then, paano ba ito ma-access? Okay. Access natin to dito. Type JavaScript and let's make it src for source. And let's find the path. So, nakapasok siya. Andito siya sa folder ng GS. So, let's make here GS and file name my.gs.js. Okay. So, ayan. Kung mapapansin nyo, ito lang yung line ng ating JavaScript dito sa ating HTML tag. Tapos, in-include lang natin itong JavaScript file na nandito sa loob ng ating JS folder. Okay. So, let's refresh. Refresh muna tayo. Okay. Ayan. So, pag pindot mo dyan, pindutin natin dyan. Okay. So, gumana siya kasi na-call natin yung function na hello. Hello. Ito. Dito sa ito. Yan po ang tinatawag na external JavaScript. Okay. And then, JavaScript variable names. So, dito tayo. While naming your variables in JavaScript, keep the following rules in mind. You should not use any of the JavaScript reserved keywords as a variable name. These keywords are mentioned in the next section. For example, break or boolean variable name as not valid. Okay? So, bawal po nating you have to keep in mind kasi ito yung mga reserved words na hindi mo dapat gawing container ng variable mo sa JavaScript. Okay? JavaScript variable names should not start with a numeral. Okay? They must begin with a letter or an underscore character. For example, 1, 2, 3 test is not is an invalid variable name. But kung naka-start ng underscore, ito, underscore 1, 2, 3 is a valid one. So, dapat hindi naka-start ng integer or number 0 to 9. Ayan. Okay. JavaScript variable names are case sensitive. Okay. For example, name and name. Ito yung name na malaki ito yung name, malaki yung N, and then name na maliit yung N. Full, tawag dito, small caps are two different variables. Yan. So, ito pa yung ito yung mga reserve words ng ating JavaScript. So, may abstract, may else. Gamit natin yan sa susunod na mga um, episodes ng ating tutorials. So, dito sa Boolean, enum, and int, synchronized, break, export, interface, this, byte, extend, long, throw. Yan. And meron pa dito case, false. Yan. At ibibigay ko naman to sa inyo. I will post it. Ayan. Para you can read it and study about the JavaScript if you want to become a JavaScript programmer. Okay. So what is an operator? Meaning, let us take as a sample expression 4 plus 5 equal to 9. Here, 4 and 5 are called operands, and plus is called the operator. Okay. Ito yung mga operator natin. Operator yung plus, minus, divide, and asterisk for times. Ito. Arithmetic operators. Ayan. And comparison operators. Meron comparison. Logical or relational operators. Yan, meron din tayo dyan sa assignment operators. Meron din tayo. And conditional or ternary operators. Okay. So let's have a look at on all operators one by one. So arithmetic operators, JavaScript supports the following arithmetic operators. Assume variable A holds 10 and variable B holds 20. Then, eto, for example, dito tayo. Variable A holds 10 and variable B holds 20. So, meron tayong mga operators dito. So, dito. Erase muna tayo. Okay. Okay. So, var results. Gagawa tayo ng variable na results. Okay. And then, okay. So, ito po yung mga operators natin. And let's make a sample. X plus, result equal X plus A plus B. Ayan. So, 10 plus 10 plus 30. Ito yung operators natin. Ito yung mga tinatawag na arithmetic operators. So, plus, ito. Subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus, increment, decrement. So, meron din tayo dyan. Papakita ko sa inyo isa-isa yan. Okay? For addition, ito. For addition, plus. So, let's make document to print it. Document dot write results. Okay. Document dot write result. So meaning ito yung ipiprint natin, yung result ng ating x plus a plus b. Okay, let's control S for save, and let us um, refresh the browser and then submit. Okay, 50. It becomes the result has printed 50 because 30 plus 10 plus 10 is equal um, to 50. Okay, so ito, tignan natin yung isa. So ito po yung sa ating subtraction, yung minus, refresh. Okay, 0. Why? Because x minus a equals 0. So let us go B and submit. So negative 20 because 10 minus 30 is negative 20. Okay. Pero pag nilagay natin diyang B plus A, it becomes 20. Ayan, 20. And then, for division, subtraction, multiplication, multiplication. So, B times A, meaning 10 times 30. I know, 30 times 10. Okay. So, let's refresh and click submit. Okay, 300 ang result natin. And then, ito po yung division for our division. Yan. So, 30 divided by 10. So, B divided by A. Okay. So, let's refresh. Submit. 3. So, because 30 divided 10 is 3. Okay. So, dito tayo sa modulus. Modulus means outputs the remainder of an integer division. Okay. So, meron bang reminder dito sa 5? Okay. 5 modulus of A. Okay. So, let's refresh. Click submit. 0. Because walang reminders ang ating 30 and 10. Modulus of 10. Okay. Pero, pag nilagyan natin ng 11 dyan, hindi. Lagyan natin to ng 2. 32. Ang lalabas dyan is submit up to because may reminder tayo na 2. Okay? Sa ating yan ang modulus na function na arithmetic operator. Okay? So, dito tayo sa increment. A++ will give minus A minus minus. Okay, so let us A++. Tingnan natin kung ilan ang result natin dito. So, let's submit 10. Bakit? It's A plus, excuse me, A++. 10 ang ating result. So, mag-A++ tayo pag um, mostly ginagamit to doon sa sa mga loops, mga for loops and while loops, depende sa anong gagamitin mo na loop. Pero pag ganitong single single dito tayo sa plus plus a, okay? So meaning plus plus a, madadagdagan to ng dalawa. So meaning magiging 12 ang ating result. So try natin. Submit. Ay, 11 pala. Plus plus. Okay. No, isa lang pala ang ating, kasi increment. Isa lang pala yung ating ma-add dito sa ating value na A. Okay? So pag minus minus, ito. So magiging, 9. 9. Try natin. So let's submit. Okay. 9. Yung decrement. Ito yung decrement natin. Okay. Let's go to the comparison operator. Comparison operator. Okay. Comparison operator. JavaScript supports the following comparison operators. Assume variable A holds 10 and variable B holds 20. So, gagawin natin, tanggalin natin yung 10. Yung B, 20. Sample lang to And then, ito po yung equal. Pag nag-check ka, if the value, ito, check if the value of two operands are equal or not. If yes, then the condition becomes true. Yan. Pag equal, for example, you are comparing the two variables. For example, A equal B. So meaning, ang result is false. Kasi hindi sila magkatulad. Ayan, try natin So let's refresh, submit, false. Ito po yung result natin sa ating dalawang operands. Ito. Because kinumpare natin yung itong dalawang variable na to, which is they are not the same. So if we make it the same, so puro 10, let's refresh, submit, true. Ayan. Naging true siya kasi they are the same value. Okay? So let's go back and then dito tayo sa not equal. If check if the value of two operands are equal or not. If the values are not equal, then the condition becomes true. Okay? If not equal, so try natin. If not equal, etong dalawang to, kung di sila magkatulad ng value, meaning ang result natin ay magiging false. Okay, try. Let's try it. Submit, refresh, submit. Okay, it becomes true because hindi sila magkatulad ng value. Ayan. Yan yung tinatawag natin na not equal. So, ito po yung exclamation, ito, para makita nyo. Parang, ayan, exclamation points. Okay, so, dito tayo sa greater than. This check if the value of the left operand is greater than the value of of the right operand. If yes, then the condition becomes true. Okay, so let's make it greater than. So if A is greater than B, if A is greater than B, so the value become false because A is uh, less than B. Okay, so check natin if it is false. Submit. Okay, it is false. But if ito, less than, gawin natin less than, it becomes true. Okay, it becomes true. Okay, ayan. Greater than equal. Greater than or equal. Okay, malaking itong mga logical ito comparison operators na to is most commonly used in mga AI coding and um, the conditions, the F conditions, mostly nagamit yan sa mga coding ng AI. Okay? So, dito tayo sa um, greater than or equal. Greater than or equal. So, pag greater than or equal, meaning um, false ang ating result kasi ang ating A is less than the variable B. Okay, so let's try it. Submit. Yan. It becomes a false because the statement is false. Yan. So let's make it less than or equal. Pag less than or equal, kasi it's the value of our variable a is 10, which is less than the variable b. So the statement is um, true. The result is true. So let's refresh and click submit. Okay, this is the result of our um, two operands. Okay, so let us continue to our logical operators. So ito po yung logical operators natin. JavaScript supports the following logical operators. Assume variable A holds 10 and variable B holds 20. Okay. So, ito po yung double ampersand. Ito tinatawag natin yung ampersand, logical and. If the both if both and operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. Okay. Excuse me. Example, A and double ampersand B. So, try natin kung anong result nito. So, and A and B. So, let's refresh. Refresh natin. Submit. Okay, it became 20. The result became 20. A and then B. And if both are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. Okay. For example, ito, um, mostly sa paggamit ito is um, sa mga if statement, if conditions na mga um, mga tawag nito, mga scenario. And then the or, um, ito pong mga logical operators na to is andito po, kahit saan po yan mga gamit natin. And then if we go on to the back-end programming, malaki ang gamit itong mga operators na to. Okay? So if both the operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. And meron din tayong or, logical not, reverse logical state. And okay. A, B, false, ayan. Okay. So try natin. So true and false dito. If A and B is true, meaning the result is true. Pero hindi sila true ng dalawa, meaning ang result natin is false. So refresh muna natin, try natin and submit. Yan. False ang ating result kasi uh, hindi sila magkatulad ng value. Okay? So let's make it true. So if A and B is true, then the result is true. Yan yung ating logical operators. Okay, the result is true. And then and then dito tayo sa or, the or logical operator. Yan. Kahit false ang isa is true and the statement is true. Okay, so let's refresh, submit. Okay, pag may true sa kanila, meaning ang ating result is true. Pero pag false yung dalawa, ating result is false. Okay, so try natin. Refresh, submit. Yan. Yan po ang ating logical operator na logical or. Okay. So, dito tayo sa Bitwise Operators. So JavaScript supports the following bitwise operators. Assumes that A holds 2 and variable B holds 3. Then, and ito yung single na bitwise. Bitwise and it performs a Boolean and operation on each bit of its integer arguments. A and B is 2. So let's make it. A holds 2 and variable B holds 3. So try natin. 2 and 3. And ito ay single ampersand. So let's refresh. Submit. Okay, 2. The result is 2. Yan. And single or, a bitwise or, it performs a boolean or operation on each bit of its integer argument. So it performs, ayan, pag A or, ayan, refresh, submit, ayan, 3 ang ating result because it performs a boolean or operation on each bit of its integer argument. Okay. So bitwise XOR. So sa keyboard ko is wala ito. So di ko to mapapakita sa inyo. Kasi sira yung keyboard ko. Ayan. Bitwise not. It is a unary operator and operates by reversing all the bits in the operand. Shift left, shift left, right shift with 0. So tatlong tawag ito greater than, tatlong greater than sign. Ayan. So dito tayo sa assignment operators. Assignment means pag-assign is yung equal. Yung gaya natin na gaya ng ginawa natin dito. Okay? We have assigned the variable A na magiging value for 2. Yan po ang ating paggamit ng equal. Pero pag dalawang equal means ikaw ay nagkukumpara ng dalawang subject. Gaya nung pinakita ko kanina. Okay. And then plus equal, add and assignment. It adds the right operand to the left operand and assigns the result to the left. Okay. So it is equivalent. Kagaya lang nito. Ayan. A plus equal. So pareho lang din yan. Ito. Sa C plus equal plus A. C is equal C plus A. Yan lang po yung yung ibang syntax ng ating mga tawag ito, mga assignment var operators. Ayan, may plus equal, may minus equal, subtract and assignment, and then times. So ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano gawin yan. Ito, result plus equal p. So tingnan natin yung 3, b is 3. Tingnan natin kung anong result. So submit, none. So ito po yung mga none na mga meaning ito yung mga result na mga invalid na mga results. Okay, so plus equal. Okay, so tayo natin Try natin dito. So, plus equal B. So, dito lang tayo. So, result A plus equal B. So, the results, tayo natin, 5. Gaya lang din yan ng nagpa-plus ka ng ating variable. And then minus equal. So let's refresh and submit. -1 because 3 minus 2 minus 3 equal to -1. Yan lang po yung mga sample na mga operators natin. And let's go on to our conditional, yung mga conditional operators. Miscellaneous operators, yung mga questions. Ito po yung conditional operator. So, ito po yung mga sample na code dito sa ano. And try natin to. 10, 20. Okay. So, let's copy it. And then paste it here. So, ito po ang ating sample code na nandun sa ating book. And then, let's assign variable. Ito po yung result. And we have here the condition. This is the condition. And conditional operator. And ito po yung humingi yung ano dito. Bakit po di lumalabas yung sa akin if mag-submit ako, sir? Nagawa mo ba yung ano? Nagawa mo ba yung external Yahoo? External JavaScript? Ito yung code natin kanina. Ito yung ginawa natin. Ito po yung HTML script ko. Ayan. And then, ito yung input button. And ito yung source ng ating JavaScript file kung saan ang file natin nakalagay. At ito yung source, ito yung folder dito. Ito yung folder na ito yung folder na pinasukan ko dito sa ating JavaScript file. Ayan. So, pag pumasok ka sa folder, tapos ikaw ay nasa labas, ayan, kasi andito tayo sa myjs.html. Kahit sa internal pa po, sir, yung nilipat ko, ganun pa rin. Okay. Ano mo, Yafu, lagyan mo nito on click, pag internal mo, ito po yung itsura ng internal natin. So, JavaScript. So, tanggalin natin to. Ito po yung itsura ng ating internal and function hello. Tapos, closing tag ng script. Ayan. Nandito po yung ating code. Ayan. So, ito po yung on-click trigger. And, tinawag natin yung hello na function dito. Kailangan kung function is you need to call also the itong open and close parenthesis. Include mo dito sa on-click dito sa button mo. Okay. So let's go on. So ibabalik na natin dito sa ito. Tapos is RC. Balik natin sa dati sa external JavaScript. So my.js.js. Okay. Ito po yung ating ayan. Ito yung magiging external natin. Okay. So let's go on to our operator. Ito yung conditional operator. Ayan. And then, let's refresh. Try natin kung anong result nito. Okay. So, $100 and $200. Okay. If A, ito yung explanation dito. Ang A natin is 10. And then B natin is 12. 1220. Okay. Explanation. Okay. Ang A natin is 10. And ang B natin is 20. So, the condition, the conditional operator natin is itong question mark. So, the first value here is 100. And the second value is our false value. Ito yung true. Ito yung sa pasok sa loob ng ating conditional statement. Pag true, papasok dito sa first value. Pag false, papasok dito sa second value. Okay? Yan po ang gamit nitong logical operator na question mark. And ito, yung double tuldok. Double tuldok. Ayan. Okay. Etong condition natin, the first is our condition and our statement. First is the statement, and the second is condition, and the third value is the true within the condition, and the second value is the false value of our condition. So our statement is A, meaning A natin is 10 and B natin is 20. A is greater than B, meaning false. So dito siya mafo-fall dito sa false na um, value, okay? And then A dito sa second is A less than B. Pag nag-less than, pag nag-true yung statement, meaning, kasi the statement is true na because A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. So meaning A is less than B is true. Okay? So pag true, papasok siya dito sa true statement dito sa conditional statement natin. Okay? So that's why it's 100 and first is 200. Okay? So ito po yung type of operator. So the type of operator is an unary operator that is placed before its single operand, which can be of any type. Its value is string, indicating the data type of the operand. The type of operator evaluates to number, string, or boolean. If its operand is a number and string or boolean value and returns of true or false based on the evaluation. Based on the evaluation. Here is the list of the return value for the type of operator. Okay, the type number returns string type of number. So string type of string, boolean, object, function, and define null. Yan. The following code shows to implement type of operator. Ayan. I-explain ko to sa inyo, ha? Explain ko tong code na to. Okay. So, our B, okay, our A is equal to 10. So, meaning it is a number. So, gaya ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, ay yung numbers are ito, yung 0 to 9. And variable B is string. Ginawa natin yung string kasi to check para magamit natin tong type of operator na to. Okay? Type of string. So, string are consists of letters. Ayan. Okay. So, ito na yun. Itong type of, it evaluates the value of B. Okay? So, if B equal string, ayan. So, meaning equal, chinek niya if ang B is a string value. Okay? So, dito na naman tayo. Andito tayo sa conditional statement, conditional operator. The second value is the true, and the the first value of our conditional statement is true, and the second value is a false. Okay, okay. So type of B equals string. So etong variable B ba is string ba daw siya? Ayan, string ba daw siya? So papasok tayo sa conditional statement. So pag true, ilalagay natin ang result dito. B is string. Pag false, B is a numeric. Pag numeric is 1, 2, 0, ana. Ayan. So, results. Okay. Let's refresh. Submit. Okay. B is string. And results. So A is numeric. Okay. Ito yung code. So, ito yung type of operator, checking if the value, ito po yung nag-evaluate if the value is string, number, or a boolean. Yan po ang tawag, yung gamit nitong type of na operator. Okay? Um, so let's go here. This is while writing a program, there may be a situation when you need to adopt um, one of out one out of a given set of paths. In such cases, you need to use conditional statements that allows your program to make correct decisions and perform right actions. So conditional statements is very important when you are making a systems or apps. So marami po yung um, pinaka-importante po yan sa paggawa natin ng ating mga applications. So JavaScript supports conditional statements which are used to perform different actions based on different conditions. Here, we will explain the if-else statement. Okay, dito na tayo sa if-else statement. So, ito po yung flowchart. The following flowchart shows the if-else statement works. Ito po yung condition. Itong diamond nito. And then, if condition is true, pupunta siya dito sa conditional code. Ayan. And exit. Okay? If the condition is false, hindi siya pupunta sa loob ng ating conditional code. Okay? Pag false sa, lalaktawan niya yung nasa loob ng ating conditional code. Okay? Yan po ang flowchart ng if-else statement. So JavaScript supports the following forms of if-else statement: if statement, if-else statement, if-else-if statement. Ayan. Meron meron tayong tinatawag na single, single, double, single. Yan po yung if statement, if-else statement, if-else-if statement. Yan po yan. Okay, the if statement. If. The syntax for the basic if statement is as follows. So, if, then the expression, and then the statement to be executed. So, try natin. Let us tayo. If, ito po yung if statement. This is, okay, this is the expression sa loob ng if natin. Sa loob ng parenthesis, this is what we call expression if. Gagawin natin yung 20. Okay. If A is equal to B. Okay. Ito ba yung if, ha? Gagawa tayo ng, ito po yung statements to be executed if expression is true. Ayan. If true, ayan. If true ang result ng dalawang operands na to, ng dalawang expression na to, ng expression or, ayan, expression ang tawag natin dito pag nasa loob na ng if statement. Okay? Pag ang statement is true, papasok siya dito. Okay? Okay. So let's print the statement. Okay, the expression is true. Okay, the expression is true. Yeah. Papasok siya dito sa loob ng curly braces na to. So let's refresh, submit. Okay, wala siyang wala siyang na print because the statement is false. Hindi sila magkatulad. Pero pag they're both the same, we made it at 10. Okay, so let's refresh, submit. Okay, the expression is true. So, pumasok na siya dito sa ating conditional statement. Okay? Ito. Kasi true ang expression, papasok dito. Pag false, dito natin ipapasa sa else. Yan pong tinatawag na if-else statement. Okay. So, the statement is false. And let's make it 20 para hindi talaga sila magkapareha. At pumasok dito sa ating statement na false. Okay, so let us refresh and click submit. Boom. Okay, the expression is false, meaning pumasok na siya dito sa ating false statement. Okay? Kasi naka-false yung expression natin dito sa ating if else atong expression nito sa F. Okay. Ayan. Okay. So is it this is kung ano pala, ito po yung if gamit po to na statement if you are making an AI, making an applications. Grabe to na excuse me. Grabe to na statement is ito yung pinakagamit na gamit talaga. Okay. Para to correct the decisions um, of your apps, of your process. Yan po yung gamit na statement. Okay? So, dito tayo. Um, if yan. If, okay. If, dito tayo sa else if, ha? If, else, lagyan natin ng if. Ayan. If A um, greater than B, ito muna tayo. Ito yung else if. Ito po yung no. Ito po yung if, else if. Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina. Ito. So, yan. Else, no. If, else if statement. Yan. Ito po yung format niya. Else if. Yan. Okay. So, if A equal B, papasok siya dito. If, no, and then else, if A greater than B, papasok siya dito. Then, pwede ka din maglagay pa ng isa dito hanggang sa magsawa ka. Okay. A less than B, papasok siya dito. Okay, let's A greater than B. And then A less than B. A is equal to B. Equal B. Okay. A is greater than B. Papasok siya dito. Okay. A is greater than B. Papasok siya dito. If A less than B, papasok siya dito. And our value for A is 10. Our value for B is 12. Okay. So, saan siya papasok? So, dito siya papasok sa A less than B. Okay. So, let's try it. Submit. Okay. A less than B. Doon siya pumasok sa ating ito. A less than B. So, let's change the value of A. So, gawin natin 30. So, now is the value of A is 30. So, A greater than B. True. Papasok na naman siya dito sa ating A greater than B. So, try it. Less than B. Okay. A greater than B. Okay. A greater than B. Dito siya pumasok because A is greater than B. 30 is greater than 20. Okay. Ayan. Ayan po ang gamit ng ating if, else, if statement. Ayan. Okay. And then, let's try a couple of statement here. Ayan. Okay. So, dito na naman tayo sa switch statement. Switch statement. So the objective of a switch statement is to give an expression to evaluate and several different statements to execute based on the value of the expression. The interpreter checks each case against the value of the expression until the match is found. If nothing matches, a default condition will be used. Okay, switch. Okay, expression case condition one statement. Okay, ito po yung um, sample ng ating switch statement. So let's make it a string variable. Let's make it a string variable. So um, let's make it j. J. The value of our a is letter j. So let's switch. Then expression. Then this statement. So if a switch a, ito yung um, value or variable na nag-contain ng value na j. Tapos, ito yung gagamitin natin. Ito, case at meron tayong default. Okay. So, um, let us try it. Let's try it. So, case A. Case A. Okay, no. Pag ito, pag ang case is the value is A, ang condition natin is pupunta dito. Okay? Case uh, J. Case J. Case J. And then document that writes so, dito natin check. Okay. The value is J. J pa. Yan. Is J. And then break. Break. Ayan. May tinatawag tayo na break para pag hindi siya nakita, yung value, pag hindi pag false yung value, ma-stop siya. Ma-stop yung ating switching process. So let's have another switch V. Document that writes. Okay. Okay, no. The value is V. Then break. And then pag wala yung value, pag hindi nakita, wala sa dalawa, meaning default. So ito po yung default. Then document, magagawa tayo ng gagawa tayo ng the value is not here. The value is not here. Okay. Our variable to be checked is the variable a. So the value of our variable a is letter j. Okay. So sa tingin nyo, saan yan papasok? Dito yan papasok sa case j. Okay. Okay. So let's start it. Submit. Okay. The value is j. The value is j. But if you make it h, okay, to make it v pala, kasi nandito, ito try natin to dito. Pag nakita yung v, kasi v ang ating a, dito siya papasok. Okay? So let's refresh, submit. Okay, the value is v. Ayan, the value is v. Okay, pag wala yung value, pag wala talaga, for example, h, wala sa dalawa, pag wala sa dalawa yung value na hinahanap ng ating switch case na statement, pupunta siya dito sa default. So, ang default natin is the value is not here. Okay, so let's submit, refresh, submit. Okay, the value is not here because the value of our a is h, and our checking case checking is only j and v. So wala talaga siyang h. So meaning papasok siya dito sa default na default. Okay, so another sample. Okay, dito na tayo sa ating looping. Yan. Ito po yung yung mga process na na pinaka mga useful na mga process when it comes in making an applications and querying database, querying the values from database. Yan. Ito pa yung mga pinakagamit na mga ng mga codes ng backend. Okay? Okay, so while writing a program, you may encounter a situation where you need to perform an action over and over again. In this situation, you would need to write loop statement to reduce the number of lines. JavaScript supports all necessary loops to ease down the pressure of programming. Okay, ayan. The while loop. Okay, the most basic loop in JavaScript is the while loop, which would be discussed in this chapter. The purpose of a while loop is to execute a statement or code block repeatedly as long as an expression is true. Once the expression becomes false, the loop terminates. Ayan. Once pag na-false na yung ating expression, is magiging mate-terminate na yung loop natin. Meaning, yung loop natin is parang life cycle. Ayan. Always pabalik-balik hanggang sa maging false ang ating statement. Pag naging false, lalabas siya sa loop. Ayan. So, one of the example of our loop. So, ayan. Count. Uh, um, this is the example. Okay. So, tatayin natin to. Then, excuse me. Okay. Variable count. The variable count is equal to 0. Okay. Okay, this is the starting of the loop. And ito yung count. Less than 10. Ayan. Ito yung expression natin. If count is less than 10, meaning maglo-loop siya dyan. Okay. Ito yung count plus plus para pag-increment sa ating counting variable. Okay. So let's start the loop. Pabalik-balik siya. Okay. So let's just start refresh. Submit. Okay. No, hindi pa natin na-save. Save muna natin. Then refresh. Submit. Okay. Ito po yung close muna natin ito isa. Starting of the loop. Current count 0. Current count 1, 2, 3 hanggang sa 9 because our expression is here. Ito po yung ating loop statement, while loop. Ito yung count. Okay, the algorithm here is just like this. So while ito yung count, the count variable is equal to 0. Okay, if count less than 10, so the statement is true, papasok siya dito sa ating documented try, tapos print natin yung count number. Ito yung count value. Okay? And then, pagkatapos mo print nito, pupunta siya dito sa count plus plus. Pag pumunta siya dito sa count plus plus, meaning nag-increment yung ating count variable. So, magiging 1 na to, yung count plus yung count variable natin. Kasi nag-plus plus na siya. And then, babalik siya dito sa count, dito sa expression. So, the value of our count now is 1. And if the value is the value of count less than 10, yan. If is the value of count less than 10, the value of count is 1, so the statement is true. So, babalik na naman siya dito. So, ipaprint na niya. Ipaprint na naman niya itong current count. Ito yung number 1. And then, pag na-print niya, pupunta na naman siya dito sa ating count plus plus. So, 1 plus 1. Naka-increment na siya. 1 plus 1 na. Okay. Babalik na naman siya dito sa ating expression. Ayan. Tapos, magtatanong siya dito sa ating expression. Is count less than 10? So, is true? Yes, it is true. Papasok na naman siya dito sa ating statement. And then, na-print. Pag print niya, pupunta na naman siya dito sa count plus plus. So the current count of our count variable is 2 kasi naging 2 na siya. And then pag pumunta na siya dito sa ating count plus plus, mag-a-add na naman siya ng another 1. Okay? So, magiging 2 plus 1 equals 3. So, pupunta na naman siya dito sa ating expression. Ayan. Tapos, magtatanong na naman siya dito sa ating expression. Ang ating ating count value is now 3. Ayan. So, is the count less than 10? Or is 3 less than 10? So, true. Papasok na naman siya dito. Yan lang yung ating flow ng ating loop. But, hanggang sa maging 9 to, pag umabot na siyang 9, less than 10 pa siya, okay, count plus plus, na pag less than, pag 9 na siya, nag-print pa siya because less than 10 ang ating expression. So, pagdating na dito sa count plus plus, nagiging 10 na siya. So, pupunta na naman siya dito sa ating expression. So, magtatanong na naman siya dito, is 10 less than 10? Kasi 10 na tong value ng ating count variable. Pag false is lalabas na siya sa loop. Hindi na siya papasok dyan kasi false na ang ating expression. So, at dito na siya, bababa na siya dito sa ating stop na ito. Okay, so that is what happened in our that is what happened in this while loop. Okay, yan po ang loop. Okay, so do while, so yan lang po yung mga sample ng loop. So for loop, gamit na gamit din to. So mga basic naman to na na mga coding. So we can encounter it for many times in making an application or systems. Yan. Variable name in objects. Okay, so punta tayo dito sa sa ating another syntax. Or no? Okay. Excuse me. Inaantok na ako So it is 12:15 in AM, and then maybe ano oras ako So dito muna tayo sa ating navigator. So try the following example. To implement for in loop, it prints to the web browser navigator object. Ayan. So, try natin itong for property. Okay. The property and ito yung loop natin ng ating uh, process statement. Ito yung property na variable and navigator. Ito po yung um, um, tawag dito, yung mga properties ng ating browser. Okay, so let us refresh, submit. Okay, navigator object properties. So vendor sub, product sub, vendor, much touch points, hardware currency, cookie enabled, app code name. Excuse me. Okay. App version, platform, product, a user agent, language. Language is online. Do not track geolocation, media capabilities, connections, plugins, mem types, WebKit temporary storage, WebKit percentage storage, get battery, send bacon, get gamepads, Java enabled, Java vibrate, user activation, media session, permissions, device memory, clipboard credentials, keyboard locks, media device, at ito yung mga tawag ito sa mga properties ng ating navigator. And magagamit niyo po yan, ito, pag pumunta na tayo sa ating magagamit na ng mga tawag ito, mga hard-coded na mga permissions like gagamit kayo ng camera ng laptops mo or cellphones hanggang sa may may mga browsers na mga and magagamit po natin tong mga ganitong mga bagay. Ayan. And then I should suggest na so punta lang tayo sa okay, sa mga na to, looping pa din tayo. So you can if you have experience in C programming, so the loop is always the same like JavaScript. Yan. Okay. Alert. Right. Okay. Calling a function parameters. Ito yung ginawa natin. Okay. Okay. So, meron pa tayong gagawin na ito yung function with parameters. Okay. So, sigurado ako na magagamit nito sa panahon ng pangangailangan nyo. Ayan. So, let's make a function with parameters. So, ito po yung mga parameters na gagawa niyo sa function. Okay. Main, sample variable lang to sample variable of val1, Ay, okay, name na lang. Name, age, and address. Name, age, address. So, document, that right, name, um, age, and address. I-print natin tong tatlong parameters na to. Okay. So, paano maglagay ng parameter dito? Okay. So, let's go to our myjs.html na yung page natin. Okay. Dito tayo gagawa ng ating parameters. So, let's make, okay, where is it? Okay, ito. So, gagawa tayo ng parameters dito na, okay, ito pala. Pag gumamit kayo ng double quote sa labas, ito baka maka-encounter kayo ng ganito at gusto nyong gumamit ng ating function na may parameters. So, pag gumamit na kayo ng double quote sa labas, huwag nyo nang gamitin dyan sa loob dito. Kasi mag-e-error yan. Ayan. So, dapat single quote. Pag single quote sa labas, double quote sa loob. Pag double quote sa labas, single quote sa loob. Okay? So, I am making a parameter. So, the name, the address, and the name, the age, and the address. So, the name is Jaime. And age is, let's make it 90. And address is Manila. Okay. So that is our parameters there. Ito po yung name. Ito po yung nagre-represent ng ating variables dito sa ating function. Tapos ipaprint natin dito sa ating page. Ayan. Okay, so let's refresh. And click submit. Okay, these are the variables na ating ipinasa sa ating function with parameters. Okay, ito yung parameters natin. Parameters, name, age, and address. So, ito po yun. Hello, ito po yung function natin. Hello, name, age, and address na parameters. And then we have printed in our document that right na ating sa JavaScript. Okay? Mamaya na siguro pag inaantok na talaga ako. Mamaya na ako matulog. Okay. So, malaking pag marunong ka na gumamit ng mga function na to, functions, gumawa ng mga functions with parameters or functions without parameters, pwede rin. Malaking bagay to pag gumawa na tayo ng ating object-oriented programming in our JavaScript. Ayan. Dapat marunong kayo nito. Yan lang sinasabi ko sa inyo. Hindi naman sa nagmamagaling ako. but I suggest that you must know how to use the functions in any programming language. Okay, okay. And then let's go on to the return statement. Okay, meron tayong ginagawa, meron tayong return statement. Okay, now, um, ito po yung gagawin natin na return statement. So, document that write, document that write, ito po yung magsisilbing return. Okay, silbi. Ito po yung magsisilbing, okay, sample na lang to, sample. Um, no, concatenate. So let's remove this, okay. Okay, excuse me. So to concatenate a second function, yan yung mga function natin with with parameter. Ito yung tinatawag natin, tinatawag dito na returned statement. It's because a JavaScript function can have an optional return statement. This is required if you want to return the value from a function. This statement should be the last statement in the function. For example, we can pass two numbers in a function, and then you can expect the function to return their multiplication in your calling program. Okay, so this is the sample, and you can make a function to function with parameters. Ito yung second function. Pwede rin kayong gumamit ng function matatawag nyo dito sa within your function. The function within the function. Ayan. So, ang tatawagin natin dito ay itong second function. Ito yung tatawagin natin sa ating on click. Okay? So, let's copy paste this. Okay? Here is what we call. Okay. This is our second function. Ito po yun. Ayan. Tapos, meron tayong concatenate. Ito po yung function na may parameters. Ayan. Okay. So, gumawa tayo ng variable na full, meaning it's a full name. So, full plus last. Okay. Full plus last. Ito yung full. Dito natin ilalagay yung result. And then return. Ito yung tinatawag na returned function. Kasi it uses return. So meaning the result of this function, okay, the result of this function will be the variable full. Okay? Okay. Ayan. So, dito na tayo sa second function na. Ito po yung second function. Pag pindot natin ng input, okay, refresh natin. Pag pindot natin dito sa input, ito na yung i-call natin. So, var result concatenate. Ito yung function na concatenate na nilagyan na ng parameters. Okay, so I am making it Kate. kamung kamulag. Ano ba yan? Ayan. So, concatenate, ito po yung concatenate function natin. Tinawag natin dito. And then, the return for this function is the concatenation of the two parameters. Meaning, ito yung may returned function. So, print natin ang result. And let's restart the browser. Restart the myjs.html. Okay. Then, submit. Okay, Kate Kamulan. Ayan. Ito na po yan. Yung result natin. Ito po yung function. And ang return ng function na to ay yung full. Ito. I-process niya yung dalawang inputs at inilabas niya sa ating function. And then, nilagay natin dito sa ating variable na result. And then, pinrent natin sa ating to make it visible ang result. Okay? Yan po ang gamit ng ating returned function. Ayan. You can make any function. You can make many functions if you want. Depending on your yan lang. Depende sa iyo. Okay. So, let's yan. Ito po yung JavaScript nested functions. JavaScript function constructor, JavaScript function laterals. There's a lot to learn about JavaScript functions. However, we have covered the most important concepts in this tutorial. So, ito yung mga pinaka-important na concepts sa ating JavaScript. Ayan. So, dito na tayo sa mga events, ha? So, pagkatapos nito, maybe di talaga gumagana sa akin. Okay, I will just send the code that I have making here, Yahoo, para makasunod ka. And ayun. Send ko lang yung sample code natin dito para ma-practicean nyo. Okay. So, dito na tayo sa event. What is an event? JavaScript interaction with HTML is handled through events that occur when the user or the browser manipulates a page. When the page loads, it is called an event. When the user clicks a button, that click to is an event. Other examples includes event like okay, isa. Inom muna ako ng tubig. Ewan ko po anong problema sa okay, send ko na lang yung ano, send ko na lang yung, i-upload ko na lang ngayon tapos, send ko sa'yo yung link para ano, para di ka mahirapan, sir. Okay. So, okay, dito na tayo sa mga events. Developers can use these events to execute JavaScript coded responses, which cause buttons to close windows, messages to be displayed to user, data to be validated, and virtually any other type of response imaginable. Okay, and events are a part of the document object model or DOM. Yeah. Level 3 and every HTML element contains a set of events which can trigger JavaScript code. Yeah. Please go through this small tutorial. Okay. Oh, dito muna tayo. On click event time. So, ito yung ginagamit na natin ngayon. Yun on click. Ayan. On click event. Ayan. Ito na yung ginagamit natin na event na para pag-click natin ng button, ito, ay ito yung nag-trigger. Okay? Yan po ang ating on-click event. This is an event frequently used event type which occurs when user clicks the left button of his mouse. You can put your validation warnings, etc. against this event type. Ayan. So, nagamit natin yan. So, kay on-submit event. Okay. On-submit event, ito po yung with interaction na with tawag dito, kung pupunta na tayo sa ating backend and we can use that event in using JavaScript. Okay? So, on-submit, meaning, pag nag-submit ka ng data to the server, yan yung on-submit na event. Okay? It is an event that occurs when you try to submit a form, and you can put your form validation against this type, this event type. Okay? Ayan, yung form, method, post, action. Ayan, on submit. Ito yung mga pupunta tayo dito if aabot na tayo sa sa backend programming. But before that, we have to learn the basic muna. Okay? Para di tayo mahirapan pag pumunta na tayo sa ating pinaka magulong buhay sa programming. Yan po yung pinakamagulong buhay sa programming. Nako. Ayan. Pero pag pag may ka na, may tawag nito, may knowledge ka na about at tapos porsigido ka talaga matuto, you can make it really fast. Okay. So, on mouse over and on mouse out, ayan. May mga event yan. And, okay, may lamok. May lamok dito. Nandito kasi ako sa labas eh. Okay pa dito kasi kasi malamig. And offline script triggers when the document goes offline. On abort, script triggers on an abort event. On after print, script value triggers after the document is printed. On before on load, script pa rin. Triggers before the document loads. On before on load. Daming gumagamit nito, itong mga event na to, kasi they want to know if the page is loading, if the page is closing. Ayan. Meron po yung mga interaction events para the developer knows how to interact with the users. Ayan. So, on blur, ayan, on blur, on can play, triggers when media can start play but might have stopped buffering. Ayan. If you have tawag nito, if you have made a kagaya ng mga social media or yung kagaya ng YouTube na mga application na nagpo-play ng mga ano. Ito yung mga minsan na ginagamit. Ayan. On can play through, on can play. Ito yung on change, triggers when an element changes. Mostly, ito po yung ginagamit ko sa select na tag if to check if the value of the select tag is changing. Ayan. Ito po yung ginagamit ko. Okay. On click. Okay. Triggers when a mouse click. Okay. On context menu. On context, triggers when context menu is triggered. On double click. On double click, meaning dalawang click ng ating mouse. Minsan, ginagamit to pag zoom ng ating pictures. On double click. Ayan. Pag zoom ng pictures. Okay, on drag, meaning you are dragging. It triggers when an element is dragged, meaning if you are making a drag and drop applications, like if you have made an app like WordPress, yan, may mga ano yan, may mga on drag na yan. And then because it is a tawag nito, drag and drop kasi yung WordPress. And pero okay lang din kung gumamit kayo ng WordPress para mas madali yung mga pinagagawa nyo. If your project is okay lang sa client is WordPress, then you can go on WordPress. But if your client goes gusto niyang very customizable, and you can give the client what he wants. So you have to learn the this basic on making a web development. Yan. Okay, on drag enter, on drag leave, on drag over, on drag start, on drop, on duration change. Ayan. Marami pa yan na mga events. Ayan, message mouse over, on offline, on online, on play. Ayan. Marami pa yan. So, I will just make some okay, let's make another function. So, function para magamit natin yung isang event na gagawin natin. Okay? So, load. So, ang gagawin natin na event is on load. Load, so, alert na lang. Alerts. So, here you have to alert. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so alerts. This is an alerts triggered by um, on load event. Okay, so unload meaning um, pag load ng ating pag start ng ating web page, it will trigger the load function. Okay, so copy paste the function. Let's go to my gs.html, and you this will be given here on load. Okay, and then paste. Okay, pag start ng ating page, meaning pag load ng ating page, at it will alert this. Okay, so let's start. Just refresh. Boom. Okay, eto na po. And this is an alert triggered by onload event. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Onload meaning when the page load on page load. Yeah. So let's refresh muna. Refresh. Okay, andito yan. Ating alerts. This page says this is an alert triggered by onload event. Okay. Yan yung sample ng onload. So you can make any of the event if you want using onload. Meaning, pwede kang gumawa ng dito sa onload event. For example, loading okay, anantok na ako. Loading, ano po mostly function na ginagamit sa web devs? Okay, mostly na ginagamit, marami talaga. Ay, mostly na ginagamit ito. Marami talagang gamit ito. Ito, offline, on board. Ayan. Puro yan ginagamit ang text flow, on double click. Depende yan sa needs ng ating gagawin na websites. For example, if you are making a drag and drop na meron mga event na dapat get sa sa ganyan. Ito yung on drag yan. Pag depende po yan sa depende po yan sa tawag nito needs or feature ng inyong web app na gagawin. Depende po yan. Okay. maybe um, kailan na naman ako mag-ALS nito? Kasi napaka-busy ko eh. Meron pa akong ginagawang projects and sana gusto ko na yung matapos because ang laki pa eh. Malaki pa so I will be posting na lang if or I will be um, ano na lang sa mga lessons. Babawi na lang ako sa inyo if I finish my projects para nakafocus na ako sa pag-teach ng web developments. Okay? And then, ano pala, you can explore or you can use Bootstrap if you are because na ano na lection ko naman yung naturo ko naman yung basic na CSS na yung mga simple. But if you want to go further and gusto niyo mamadali yung mga tawag nito, yung mga projects niyo, you can use Bootstrap. And search and study Bootstrap para sa magandang design mo. Depende sa'yo kung ano ang gagawin nyo using Bootstrap. But the most important is the if you have a client, you must have the proper process, the proper flow of the system or the website, and then you must learn to study the database queries, and it will be useful if you are in an actual making the system or your web application. Yeah. Okay. And then maybe I'll make bukas siguro if I have time ganito ring oras a quick review lang. Maybe I will make a quick review on PHP and or I will make depende pa yan sa dapat kasi dalawa yung pag nag-PHP is you have learned already the basic querying of database. Yan. So, maybe tomorrow siguro, ituturo ko kung paano gumawa ng database at tables using PHP localhost PHP may admin. Ayan, ituturo ko sa inyo kung paano. Bukas, mga ganito ring oras para may knowledge na kayo about sa query. And this is the most important thing in making a system or website para you can store the data and show the data to the users of your website. Registrations, logins, ayan. So meron tayong ganyan. Okay. So for now, siguro Um, I'm waiting. Cookies. Okay. So, ito lang siguro muna. Mga bukas siguro continue ko. Tapos, gagawa ko ng sample pag may time pa bukas. Kasi tatapusin ko muna to. About sa JavaScript muna. And then, ayun, pupunta tayo sa query sa database and how to make a database and queries. Ano pa? And then we go to PHP para makasabay na yung iba kasi hindi pa ako na ganun. Wait lang. Okay. Okay, so i-upload ko lang tong ginawa natin ngayon for your reference. Okay. Send to compress. And equal okay. Ito pala. Drive. So it's alauna na siguro. So at ako'y naantok na. Okay. Web tutorials. Okay. Done. Malakas ang signal nito ngayon kasi gabi na. At wala na masyadong gumagamit. Kaya tiniming kong alas alas 10 nag-start ako. Para walang na signal. Tulog na mga tao. Oo, tulog na talaga. Natulog na mga tao dito. Okay, anyone with the link? Then, okay. Asan na ba yan? Get shareable link, copy. Done. So, share ka na lang dito yan at send ka na lang Ayan. Pwede mo nang ma-download yung yung ngayon na So mga bukas na lang siguro, ganitong oras din. Kung pag may ano, para di na tayo mahirapan ito sa signal. At include ko na din muna yung ano, yung ito yung link ko dyan sa okay. Dito na lang yan. Okay, so maybe that's all for tonight. That's all for tonight, and tulog na tayo because it's a big day naman bukas at marami pa akong gagawin bukas. Okay, so good night. Good night, everyone.